tally marks from around the world. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah. Australia, Europe, North America, and Zimbabwe, really. Brazil, France, South America, and Spain. Can someone confirm for me if the middle one and the one on the right are actually true? I've just never seen anybody from those places make tally marks before. I've never seen it done this way. I think it's incredibly interesting. A cool guide on how to survive being buried alive. Okay, all right. Okay, here we go. Conserve air at all times by staying calm. Oh, ain't no way I'm staying the hell calm if someone buries me alive. If you're in a cheap pine box, skip to step 3. Don't scream, that'll use precious oxygen. In a modern thick coffin, your only hope is to make a lot of noise by wrapping the casket lid with a... Oh, wow, okay, cool. Damn, that's pretty awesome, dude. Step 2, you're gonna die. Cool, awesome. Remove your shirt, tie the bottom into a knot, and then slip your head through the neck hole. Okay? As dirt falls, the shirt will keep you from suffocating by protecting your nose. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Kick and punch at the coffin to break the wood. This one seems very specific. Sure, this might be your only hope. Oh, jeez, I just love this one. All right, are you buried alive? Cool. Are you in a normal coffin or one that they only use in movies? Okay, you're in a totally normal coffin. You're going to die. How to pack a hiking bag? Oh, enlighten me, why don't you? Okay, heavy, medium, lightweight sleeping bag. All right, okay, no, I totally get it. I've gone on a couple of longer hikes in my day. And yeah, I didn't pack it like this though, and it hurt constantly. The Joker. Okay, let's see if we can pick out like my favorite design. Let's see if we can find that one. 1940 Golden Age. Really? Okay. 60s TV show. Oh yeah, he was fantastic. Dark Knight Returns. Killing Joke. Oh, the Tim Burton movie. I still have to rewatch that. You know, of course I would choose The Dark Knight. I really like that interpretation of him for sure. But I will say, I'm just kind of tired of the Joker in general. Just in general. Maybe it's because it seems to be the only goddamn Batman villain we ever see. Goodyear tire wear gauge. Actually, that's pretty goddamn handy. Sure, the coin trick is cool and all, but every tire should have this. Do they all have this? I'm thinking no, just because things that make sense rarely get implemented. Because why would we put extra effort into our products that cost thousands of dollars? And yeah, I just changed all my tires. It's expensive. A cool guide to America. Is it a cool guide though? The Americas. Population nearly a bill. Check it out. North America, Central America, South America, Latin America, sensing some overlap here. Anglo-America, Middle America, French America, United States of America. An interesting one. A cool guide to apologizing. How to apologize. Say what you're sorry for. Say why it was wrong. Accept full responsibility. Ask how to make amends. Commit to not doing it again. Ask for forgiveness and thank them. These are not apologies. I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry you misinterpreted what I said. You misunderstood what I meant. It was your fault. What about that time I'm sorry, but... Oh, jeez. A cool guide to the Beef Wellington family tree. There's a family oh my god, stop! Beef Wellington, the grandfather of the Wellington family. Refined, nuanced. The pigs in a blanket. The cool uncle or aunt of the Wellington family. Typically shows up for parties and holidays, but otherwise keeps to themselves. Hot Pocket. The hipster of the Wellington family. Loves new tech, often seen to be mixing things up with cheese. Pop-Tart. The vegetarian of the Wellington family. Frequently in a hurry most mornings, sometimes too busy to want to be warmed up. Corn dog. The black sheep of the Wellington family. Typically seen at children's parties trying to fit in. Might be a serial killer. Why do you gotta do that to my boy Corn Dog? Dude didn't do a damn thing, and corn dogs are great. If your blood type is, you can receive this. You know what really sucks? I still don't know what my blood type is. I have no clue, because in order to figure it out, you have to donate blood, which isn't a big deal. I've been trying to figure out where I can do that in my town for a long time, and I don't really see the blood drive vans anymore. But it does suck that I've paid thousands of dollars for blood tests the past 5 years, and they don't even bother to maybe just go, oh yeah, and we figured out your blood type, it's this, because we took like 27 gallons of your blood. We figured we might as well do that because we also charge you $1,000 per time we do this. A cool guide to facts about the human body. 15 interesting facts, all right? I really hope that these are indeed facts and they're not gonna trick me. Your bones. You're born with 300 bones, but as you age and grow taller, your bones fuse, leaving you with 206 total. That's a lot of fusion going on. Your eyes are powerful. They can detect light from a candle flame over 1.7 miles away. Well, I don't think everybody can do that. I know my ass can't do that. Your strongest muscle is the jaw. The jaw's hinge-like features create more power as you bite down and clench your teeth. Your sense of smell is closely linked with your memories and can trigger strong emotions and memories almost instantaneously. Women tend to have a stronger sense of smell than men. I mean, that may be true, but I have a really strong sense of smell. Your body glows. Your body produces a glimmer of light caused by bioluminescence. It's, however, invisible to the naked eye. Forget fingerprints. Your tongue print is unique to you, making it difficult to forge. Okay, tongue printing doesn't really feel that practical, though. Scientists have recently discovered sneezing might be your nose's way of rebooting itself to get rid of any bad particles that have been inhaled. I mean, that makes sense. In an average lifetime, you'll produce around 21,000 liters of spit. That's enough saliva to fill at least one small swimming pool. Fun. Summer fun. There are over 100,000 miles of blood vessels in your body. Your liver is the only organ that can completely regenerate itself. It can grow back to its normal size or original size within a few weeks. The acid in your stomach is so strong it can dissolve metal. The smallest bones in your body are inside of your ear. They're so small that they could all fit on a penny, and you wouldn't be able to hear anything without them. Without your pinky finger, you would lose about 50% of your hand strength. Your ear is self-cleaning because of one thing: earwax. It keeps your ears tidy and protects you from bacteria. Your body sheds about 8 pounds of dead skin a year. Most of those cells settle as dust in your home. Yeah, I've noticed. When you live with 3 other people, all 4 bodies in that place are going to create so much dust. We have so many air purifiers going to try and mitigate the problem, and it's not doing a thing. A cool guide about the 4 types of trauma responses. Oh yeah, it's not just the 2 that everyone says, fight or flight. Workaholic, overthinker, anxiety, panic, OCD, difficulty sitting still, perfectionist, avoidance, hyperactivity, sadness, and loneliness. Anger, outburst, controlling, the bully, explosive, behavior, this just reads kind of weird, slamming door, self-harm. Difficulty making decisions, feeling stuck, dissociation, isolating, numb, shutdown, exhaustion, indecision, and sleeps a lot. People pleaser, overwhelmed, no. I know it says no boundaries, but I like to think that it just says no. Lack of identity, codependent, appeasing, engaging, self-critique. A cool guide showing the structure of a 3.5mm cable. Ground, audio L, audio R. I mean, it's kind of neat. It's nifty. I like seeing the internet stuff sometimes. A cool guide to the most popular car colors in the US. All right, let's see. Yeah, I see a lot of white cars around. Brown, orange, beige, purple, gold, and yellow. Damn, man. Damn. Can we do more interesting car colors? Come on, car companies, shake things up a bit. Why is it that Subaru has some of the coolest car colors in the world, and you guys are still just making white, black, and gray? Maybe a silver thrown in there, and for an extra 10 grand, you can get blue. A cool guide about Chick-fil-A sales versus the top chicken chains in the US. Okay, let's take a look here. $18.8 billion and about 3,000 locations for Chick-fil-A. Okay. Then we've got Zaxby's, Wingstop, Raising Cane's, Popeyes, KFC. If you're going to put Wingstop in there, where the hell's like Buffalo Wild Wings and stuff? They have fast locations. I don't know why they wouldn't be in here. I'm still surprised that KFC does as well as they do. They're just so bad. Out of all of these, I'm a Popeyes guy, for sure. I think Chick-fil-A is fine, but I would never, ever describe it as more than okay enough. Genuinely. I do not understand the absolute fascination with Chick-fil-A or the obsession with Chick-fil-A. It's fine. That's it. It's also very expensive. Although, to be fair, all fast food is just incredibly expensive now. A cool guide to how often you should wash your clothes. Okay. All right. After every wear, yeah, you know, delicates and whatnot, 1 to 2 wears, polo shirts and blouses, tops and leggings. After 3 to 4 wears, bras, dresses, sweaters, shorts, PJ skirts, and pants. After 5 to 6 wears, denim and jeans and sweatshirts. And then, of course, seasonal, like jackets, coats, hats, scarves, and gloves. I suppose. Actually, the coats, I would definitely agree with. I've got a bunch of, like, pea coats. Hate that they're called that, it's super weird, but I tend to get them dry cleaned once every year. Guide to pricing at Costco. All right, the secret behind Costco's prices. I feel like I'm just not gonna believe this one. Not because Costco is very secretive about any pricing structures and whatnot, but it just feels like a secret menu kind of thing that some dude just made up, you know? All right, we got discontinued item, usually priced cheaply to get them out. The manager wants these off the shelf for good. That means they're priced down and nearly out of stock. Store manager deals. Prices ending in 99 are full, and manufacturer's special offer. These prices usually apply to products which are heaving a trial run and are usually priced cheaper than their retail price. Again, none of this is unbelievable. It just, I don't know why, it feels like a secret menu type of thing. A cool guide to the most common dreams by demographic. Wait, what? The most common dreams. Okay. That's the dead. Costa Rica. You guys okay? Y'all all right down there? Also, what is up with the US and Canada? Why are we always dreaming about teeth falling out? Finland, what's up? Snake? This is actually kind of hilarious. What in the world is going on around the world? So many people are worried about snakes and their teeth falling out. And then over in Algeria, you've got people that are freaking out about marriage in general. Hell, in Ethiopia, apparently, shoes! What's going on? Ugh. A cool guide at the end of everything. Good lord, you know there's no way we are going through this whole thing, right? Alright, let's see. 1,000 years from now. Buildings will have decayed. If civilization collapses, most buildings, bridges, and dams around today will have fallen. That's a good point. Let's see. 29% of carbon dioxide released before 2100 is still here. Oh my god, look at this. Greenland ice melted. That's 2,000 years from now, I guess. Ice sheets completely melted with extreme global warming, sea levels 6 meters higher. Yay. Hey, the Haley Bop. Or the Halley Bop? The Boppy Bop? I don't care. Last seen in 1997, and it's due to return around 4,385 AD. Hey, Mayan end times again. You read it here for... Explain. Don't just say that. I want to read more about that. What do you mean the Mayan end times again? What? Anyway, most words extinct by 10,000. Due to rapid evolution of languages, no single present-day word will have survived. Are we actually all going to speak like a unified language in 10,000 years? Is that what you're telling me? Niagara Falls disappears. The remaining 32 kilometers to Lake Erie erodes away and the waterfall ceases to exist. 100,000. Either a supervolcano or a large climate-altering asteroid likely to affect the Earth. Man, it's just like we're on a timer, you know? We're on a timer! Laptop dissolving? The titanium in your MacBook starts to corrode. Thank God, man. What the hell? Woo! Safe plutonium. 500,000 years down the line. The spent nuclear fuel in today's reactors will finally be safe. Oh my god, 1,000,000 years for glass to decompose? Let's see. Beetlejuice is gonna explode. Oh no! Earth irradiated. Oh god. Antarctica will finally melt. The Galactic Empire. The time at which the entire galaxy could be colonized even at sublight speeds. Okay, but how much of this that we're reading is actually true? I think that, is this one of those ones that puts all their sources at the bottom? Sources, NASA, there's some pretty good sources in there. But I like that though. Like, hey, 50 million years from now, we could probably colonize the galaxy. Damn it! Why was I born now? I don't care about TikTok and being funny. I want to colonize the galaxy! And then, wow, that's a big number. If not consumed by a swollen sun at 5.4 billion years, the Earth's orbit will have finally decayed and it will plunge into the sun. You know, there's a fantastic video out there. It's quite long, but it's kind of amazing going through all the way to the heat death of the universe until eventually, hopefully, some sort of new Big Bang happens hundreds upon hundreds of trillions of years down in the future when nothing exists but black holes. You know, I think it's by Melody Sheep. I really recommend checking that one out. A cool guide to the do's and don'ts when visiting Germany. All right. Let's see. Do shake hands. Shake hands when you're introduced to someone. It's impolite not to. Okay. Don't throw waste in the wrong bin. Okay. Totally normal. Take your shoes off. Many Germans wear house shoes. Oh, I gotcha. Never mind. I read that strange, but that's okay. Or socks. Okay. Very normal for me. Dig in. Wait for others to be served and for someone to announce Bon appetit, yeah. Or guten appetit. Guten ape-tit. All right. Let's see. Address people with the formal you. If the familiar you is okay, they'll let you know. Forget cash. Hit that ATM. Be honest. Germans like talking politics and philosophy. Look, I don't mind philosophy, but I'm not talking anybody politics, okay? No cars coming? Doesn't matter. You wait for that to go green. I guess. Okay. Be punctual. When you say it's at 5 p.m., it's at 5 p.m. And don't walk in the bike lane. Germany feels... Yeah, Germany and USA, I guess that's why. We have a lot of similarities in that regard. Don't walk in the goddamn bike lane, though, okay? People already treat cyclists like garbage. I know there's plenty of a-holes out there that ride bikes, but a bike lane is a bike lane, a sidewalk is a sidewalk, and the road is the road. That's crazy, right? That they're different things, and you should follow those rules, because it's also for your goddamn safety? What to do if you fall through the ice? Resist the shock-induced impulse to hyperventilate and inhale the water. Stay calm, the shock will wear off in 1 to 3 minutes, and you'll have 15 to 45 to get out before you lose consciousness. Orient yourself and get back to where you fell through, if you can. Don't try to pull yourself straight up. Get out of the water and onto the ice by getting horizontal, kicking your feet and using your elbows for traction. Lie flat on the ice and roll away. This helps prevent further cracking in the ice. Find warm, dry shelter immediately, if you can. Get as much of your body onto the ice as you can. If you can't get out, stop thrashing to avoid exhaustion. Put your arms on the ice. They may freeze to it, keeping you from God, that is crazy. This is why I just don't visit scary, icy places. I just don't want to do that. But stuff like this is absolutely imperative to know, even if you're never going to be around these environments. If your friend falls through, call 911 and coach them through this process. A cool guide on how to jump a car. I see. This actually should be standard in... They should have this in every car. Hey, you need a jump? Well, here's a little diagram because your mom and dad or grandpa, grandma, whatever didn't teach you how to do this. Which, remember, that's their fault. How to jump a car. Red on dead, red on donor. Black on donor, black on bare metal. Start donor, start dead. Remove 4, 3, 2, 1. Interesting way. A cool guide of the most spoken languages per state, excluding English and Spanish. Because it would always be English and Spanish. All right, let's take a look at Colorado. Really? German? Okay. So never mind, doesn't matter. Nevada. Tagalog? Why can't I recognize that? My home state? Washington, it's Chinese. California's Chinese. Arizona and New Mexico. Navajo? Really? Okay. Texas is Vietnamese. Hawaii is Japanese. Let's see. Florida's Haitian. Okay. This is actually super interesting. This is the type of stuff that I wish I would run across more often. A cool guide to live a better life. 10 simple rules for living a better life. Rule 1. Make time for deep work every day, even for just an hour. Rule number 2. The fastest way to kill something special is by comparing it to something else. Oh man, do I wish that my brain could allow me to not compare things all the time. Rule number 3. A big scary problem is just a bunch of small solvable problems. Rule number 4. When you fall in love with the process, you win regardless of the results. Rule number 5. It's never too late to start, but there will never be a better time than right now. Rule number 6. Anything that costs your mental health is too expensive. Rule number 7. Key to progress equals long-term goals broken down into short-term actions. Rule number 8. Motivation is unreliable. Systems are key to consistency. Yes, I actually did try to follow that one for a little bit. It worked out quite well. Didn't make me any happier in the process, but motivation is fleeting. It's all about that discipline. Rule number 9. The fastest way to clear your head is to get your thoughts out onto paper. I genuinely recommend a typewriter. No joke. I'm not kidding. That thing is a creative machine, and that clickety-clack is very satisfying. Rule number 10. When you say yes to everything, you give up control to your life. I guess that was kind of the entire point of Yes Man. A cool guide to animal expected lifespans. Oh man, we're gonna see some that are really short and it's gonna make us really sad. Like rat and mouse, less than 5? Come on! I'm always surprised at how short the lifespan of a fox is, by the way. I don't know why that one always surprises me. Cats, a little over 15, along with dogs, and especially indoor cats. They last a lot longer. Elk, over 20. Let's see, let's go down to the really old guys. I did not know elephants could live that long. Or whales, for that matter. The giant tortoise, 150 or plus. Which, surprisingly enough, I do believe that the oldest tortoise, he's still alive, I think, is Jonathan, who is expected, or estimated, not expected, different words entirely, to be 191 this year. Holy actual goddamn hell. You want to hear another mind-blowing one? Look up the Greenland shark, which is estimated to live anywhere from 250 years to possibly over 500. Good lord. Not even to mention, aren't there some creepy crawlies underneath the sea that are functionally immortal at this point? Like jellyfish or something? Oh man, you could go on for days about how long some of these animals really live. A cool guide to where you'd end up if you swam in a straight line. Okay, if I were able to swim in a straight line from Vancouver, of course I'd end up in Russia, that does make sense. What about Mexico City? Oh, I'm gonna hit Hawaii, I guess. You know what? I'm going to Buenos Aires so that I can swim to Australia. I think that might be cheaper. And sometimes more convenient depending on the airline you're choosing to get down there. A cool guide for distribution of mammals on Earth. Let's see here. Wild mammals, 4% of global mammal biomass. Humans, 34%. Cattle, 35%. Pigs, that's a lot more than I would have guessed. Buffalo, 5%. Good God. It's actually insane to see them there. Sheep, goats, horses, camels, and then asses. I think it's just so mean that we still call them asses. They didn't do anything to deserve that. A cool guide to the names of things you probably didn't know. The names of things you probably didn't know. The space between your eyebrows is called a glabella. The way it smells after it rains is called petrichor or petrichor, although I don't think it's chore. The plastic or metallic coating at the end of your shoelaces is called an aglet. When your stomach rumbles, that's a wamble. Or a wamble? I don't know, I think wamble's funnier. The cry of a newborn baby is called... I'm sorry, why does that need a name? The cry of a newborn baby is the cry of a newborn goddamn baby. What? The prongs of a fork are called tines. The sheen of light that you see when you close your eyes and press your hands on them is called phosphenes. Also, don't do that. The tiny plastic thing placed in the middle of a pizza box is called a box tent. I haven't seen one of those in like 13 years used in a pizza box. The na 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 and la la la, which don't really have any meaning in the lyrics of any song, are called vocables. When you combine a question mark with an exclamation mark, it's referred to as an interrobang. That one is true, I'm pretty certain of that one. It's one of the funnier sounding words here. The space between your nostrils is called the columnella nasi. The armhole in the clothes where the sleeves are sewn is called armscye or armskia. Finding it difficult to get out of bed in the morning is called dysania or dysania. No, I call that being sleepy. Why? Illegible handwriting is called griffonage. Okay. The dot over the I or a J is called a tittle. A tittle. That sick feeling you get after eating or drinking too much is called crapulence. I don't believe that one for a microsecond. The metal thing used to measure your feet at the shoe store is called Bannock device. Okay. I mean, some of those are interesting. One of them I genuinely don't believe at all. Like the baby crying one I do believe, but I don't know why we needed a special word for that. And again, I'm not a doctor who delivers babies, so maybe there's an actual legitimately good reason for it. A cool guide of how long to take a nap. Yes, I see. That's cool. Don't give a shit. I'm napping for 3 hours. Don't tell me how to nap. Oh, what in the hell am I looking at here? Stomach. If the stomach needs to be removed, surgeons can connect the esophagus directly to the small intestine so that food can still pass through the digestive tract. How does that work if it doesn't, like, get broken down beforehand, though? I mean, I know that you chew it. Obviously, you're not just shoving a whole hot dog down your esophagus, but... The role the spleen plays in storing and recycling red and white blood cells can be managed by the liver and other organs. The colon, which is also called the large intestine, can be removed from the digestive tract in the same way as the stomach. The gallbladder stores extra amounts of substance called bile, which helps to break down fats. However, your liver can still produce enough bile even if the gallbladder is taken out. The appendix is a small worm-shaped organ that's attached to the large intestine. It is thought to store useful bacteria. However, most people who have had their appendix taken out don't notice a difference. Although humans need reproductive organs to have children and to produce certain hormones, special body chemicals, they're not essential to survival. Many people may remove these organs for many reasons, including to combat certain types of cancer or to treat other medical conditions. Most humans have 2 lungs and 2 kidneys, but in both cases, it is possible to survive using just one. A cool guide for police encounters. Oh boy. When stopped by police, remember these lines. Officer, am I free to go? Officer, I don't consent to any searches. Officer, I want to speak with a lawyer. Always be polite yet assertive. Never escalate a situation. Search warrants. If the police knock at your door, step outside and close that door behind you to talk. Don't leave the door open. If they enter your home to search, say I do not consent to a search. Never let a police officer into your home without a search warrant. If they have one, check the address, date, and the judge's signature. Remember those 2 lawyers that went viral a long time ago. Their best advice for dealing with the police is shut the f*** up. Shut up. Don't talk to them. I mean, there might be very specific things you can say, like things like this, maybe, but the best course of action is shut up, only talk to your lawyer, or a lawyer. You never know. A cool guide on pricing psychology hacks to boost sales. Oh goody, here we go. Big font equals big price. Our brains confuse the visual size of a number for numeric size, hence display prices using small fonts. Dollar signs can trigger our pain of paying. Leaving dollar signs off of signage can persuade more people to buy it as it reduces association with losing money. Exact numbers appear larger. $1,302,859.53 seems much bigger than 1.3 million. If you want a number to feel big, stretch it out with commas and decimals. Abbreviated numbers appear smaller. $12,000 or 12K seems smaller than $12,000. If you want a number to feel small, like the price of your services and products, abbreviate it. So it's just the opposite of exact numbers appearing larger. Okay. High prices anchor our expectations. List higher-priced items first to encourage people to spend more. Higher-priced items near the top changes our perception of other items on the list, okay? Numbers in red feel like a bargain. Studies show that when prices are shown in red, we assume they're a great deal. Show sales prices in red, use smaller fonts for sale prices than the original. Numbers that end in 99 seem cheaper. Oh yeah, that is the classic. I know that over in the United States, I think most states have sales tax. Most cities have a sales tax, and it confuses people when they come over here, like $1.99, but you ended up paying like $2.12. What? That doesn't make any sense, you know? The $1.99, that it's everywhere. It's everywhere. I think I've been to one place that just tells you what you will pay. Odd numbers seem like a better deal than even ones. In our minds, numbers that end in 5, 7, or 9 appear smaller than ones that end in even numbers. We think 1,200, not 1,300. That is absolutely not what I think. I see $1,299. That's pretty much $1,300. I don't think 1,200. I don't know anybody that does. Round numbers equals more expensive. When brands don't use charm pricing or odd number ends, we perceive those products to be more expensive. This works well for luxury brands. Use round to sell luxury. I guess specific numbers anchor our expectations. If we see $70 and up, $70 becomes the anchor price. Snickers grew sales by 38% simply by changing the anchor from them to 18. Buy them for your freezer. Buy 18 for your freezer. Well, those aren't Snickers. Also, what? Okay, are there any sources for this one though? I don't know about that. Okay, over here where I'm from, I've never seen Snickers ever sold as buy them for your freezer. Do they say that on the wrapper? Am I an idiot? Also, buy 18 Snickers for your freezer? We'll buy more to get something for $0. Between buy one, get one free, or 50% off when you buy two, the BOGO offer is more compelling. Free often beats discounted. Yeah, comparison numbers help us decide. We seek comparisons to evaluate a product without another item to use as a comparison. We don't know. Can you put periods in some of these, please? Jesus. We won't know if we're getting a good price. If you're Uber, this versus this, not this versus this. Okay, I guess. But yeah. Everybody should know the basics of pricing psychology, I guess you could call it. I mean, yeah, they do call it that, but whatever. There might be a dumb, stupid word for it, like the cry of a newborn baby, right? Everybody should be aware of these things because this is all designed to just take more of your money. More! And convince you to buy, which is not inherently a bad thing, I guess, but just be aware, do your research. Don't let them take you for a ride. If you're bit by a snake, remain calm and slowly move away. Don't use a tourniquet or apply ice. Remove any jewelry or tight clothes as you may start to swell. Don't cut the wound or try to suck out the venom. Reposition yourself so the bite is at or below heart level. Do not drink any caffeine or alcohol. Clean the wound, but not with water, and cover it with a clean, dry cloth. Do not try to capture the snake. Try to remember the snake's color or shape, not with water. Do I just pour my Gatorade on it? A cool guide to enlightenment. You know, I don't know if I need any enlightenment, you know what I'm saying? Our default identity is to see our body as self and our surroundings as no self. The sense of self is usually located in our head or throughout the body. We have the ability to extend our sense of self, though. We do so regularly, often unknowingly, with objects that belong to us. Sometimes we extend our identity to other people. We see them as part of us and would defend them like our own body. We can extend our identity to large groups of people too, or nature. Altered states of consciousness can feel like we are one with everything. All becomes self. This experience is called unity. Seeing everything as no self can occur as well. The absence of self can feel like we're dying and induce fear. With deeper realization, we see that actually self and no self are not different. They are both made of the same stuff, awareness. From this can arise an experience that goes beyond unity or no self. Identity itself disappears. All becomes just one seamless occurrence. No self, no other. We call this suchness or emptiness. When permanent, it's called awakening, realization, or enlightenment. I don't know why some of that made me feel like this was negative. I don't know why. My reading comprehension is that of an 8th grader, but you know. A cool guide to the most popular video game console in each state. All right, let's see who's winning. Okay. This is making some sense. I'm actually kind of surprised by how many Xbox Series X states there are, considering how poorly it has sold in general. Although I guess to be fair, Wyoming and Montana have like 4 people each. Not only get me started on North and South Dakota. Some least populous states for sure. Yeah, the Switch makes total sense to me, for the most part, and then PS5 dominating the rest, although the PS4 is actually kind of funny. Right there, baby. Oh boy, it's not going anywhere. A cool guide about whistling with your fingers. I'm not even going to read it, because I have read this guide. It doesn't give you the magical ability to do this. I still can't do it, and I have followed it to the letter. So, just not for me, I guess. If you want to try and it works for you, hell yeah, dude.